Hi, welcome to another video. So, there's a new AI designer that I found interesting, and this one is called SuperDesign. SuperDesign is an open source design agent that lives right inside your IDE. It is basically a VS Code extension that behaves mostly like Cline, but it is optimized to create front-end components, and you can view them right within your IDE as well. If you have used something like Magicpath, then it is very similar to that. But Magicpath is based on the browser and is closed source, whereas this is open source and lives right within your VS Code editor, cursor, or any compatible editor. It can generate UI mockups, components, and wireframes directly from natural language prompts. It works seamlessly with Cursor, Windsurf, Claude Code, and plain VS Code. It can instantly generate full UI screens from a single prompt, create reusable components you can drop into your code, explore low-fidelity layouts for fast iteration, duplicate and evolve designs easily, as well as copy prompts into your favorite AI ID. That is mainly about it. Now, let's try it out and see how well it performs. But first, let's talk about today's sponsor, Dart. Tired of juggling tasks across different tools? Dart combines traditional project management with powerful AI features that actually get work done. Beyond organizing tasks and boards, Dart's AI can brainstorm project ideas, generate task lists, and even complete entire assignments for you. Their composer-like AI agent understands your full project context, so you can simply chat with it to create, edit, or delete tasks naturally. The real game changer is the custom agents. You can create custom agents that trigger from the built-in integrations or a N8N workflow or custom webhook for full customization. You can create a coding agent that pushes pull requests to GitHub, a marketing agent for campaigns, or a mailing agent for outreach. Then just assign tasks and watch them get completed automatically. Plus, Dart integrates seamlessly with your existing workflow through their MCP server, connecting directly to Claude, ChatGPT, and other AI tools you're already using. Most features are completely free, with premium options starting at just $8 per month. Check out Dart through the link in the description. It might just transform how you work. Now, back to the video. First of all, you'll have to get SuperDesign installed. To do that, just go to the VS Code extension marketplace and search for SuperDesign, and you'll find it. Just get it installed. Once that is done, it asks you to sign in with an email. I don't really get it because it is open source. So why do they need that? But you can do that, and then this is what the interface will generally look like. You can see that this is very similar to most of the agentic coder tools that you see. Here, you have the prompt box, along with the option to add custom context, as well as the option of selecting the models. You can select between all kinds of models here, but you need to set up the API key for yourself. You can do that by heading over to the settings option that you can see at the top here. Just open that, and then you can see the settings options here. Here, you can enter the model name and provider, choosing between OpenAI, Anthropic, and OpenRouter. You can then also enter the API keys here as well. That is how you set it up. Another thing that I found a bit unusual is that it makes cursor rules, Windsurf rules, and Claude Code rules within your project automatically as well. I think that it also overrides the already existing ones if you have them, which I don't really know why it does that automatically. It would have been better to add those rules via a separate option rather than making them automatically. Anyway, now, the canvas in which you'll see the designs and components being generated can be opened up by going to the preview option here, which will open up this file. And as we generate something, it will show up here. The design files that it generates are kept in this folder as well. Now, let's ask it to do something as well. I'm going to ask it to make me a portfolio page for a Next.js developer. And what you'll see is that it will go ahead and, in a bit, it will give you the layout design in a text format. This is a good way because it doesn't write the code itself, and you can ask it to change something in the layout if you think that it messed something up or something like that. I would have liked if I were able to edit it by hand, but that does not seem to be possible, and you would have to follow up with the AI. Now, we can ask it to continue, and it will then create the theme and color scheme and stuff for you as well. This is also great because it can follow a specific theme and a specific design as well. Now, we can ask it to continue on this as well. Then, it will go ahead and start to work on it as well. It writes the code for the design. It basically creates the design in an HTML file with CSS and JS, and then you can refer to that in the editor of your choice and get that implemented. It is just for mockup designing for pages or components. It uses Tailwind, which is what you would want to use in most cases. Anyway, in a bit, it gets done, and it will show you the preview in the view here as well. You can see that this is a canvas-like interface that you would have seen in tools like Magicpath and similar stuff as well. You can click on it and scroll down within it as well. You can also click this design, and this will show you the options to display the designs in responsive mode or desktop mode, as well as zoom in and zoom out options, along with the options to copy the prompt that you can take into things like Cursor, Windsurf, Claude Code, and similar tools. The prompts allow you to ask your coder to implement the page or components with that. It includes the snippet and stuff that it would need. You can also copy the design path, as well as iterate on the design with the option here as well. You can also create variations, which is kind of cool as well. Let's ask it to create a variation on this style as well. Now, it will go ahead and make the stuff for me as well. It will again do the same process as well. It creates the preview and everything, and it looks pretty good as well. It is quite good. Though, I would have liked if it were able to create apps in React, but that would be pretty challenging to load in the VS Code render itself. So, that is an issue for sure. I think that this is good, and it makes designing UI components a bit easier for sure. Like, if you want to really dial in your exact components from the get-go, then this will be a great thing for sure. Because you can dial it in with the designer here, and then just copy the prompt and ask it to implement this design in there as well, which is also awesome. That is the major stuff about how you can use it. I like it, and I hope that it gets more fleshed out and becomes really good, because I can see pretty good potential here. If it can put the components in the project itself, then that would also be awesome. And native React support would also be cool if that happens. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, share your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel. You can also donate via Super Thanks option or join the channel as well and get some perks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.